Hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show. We certainly want to welcome you to today's program. And friends, I have to say, our response after last week's program was just tremendous when we started talking about a gun association, and I think we may call it this, the Shooting Show Gun Owner Rights Association. And I think someone suggested that. We've had a lot of great titles, and there are some other really good ones. There are a lot of things we could call it, but we need something that is instantaneously recognizable. Gun Owner Rights Association, because that's what we're about. Friends, honestly, right now the things going on in Washington is probably a good thing, because right now Clinton himself is somewhat off balance. He's over in the Soviet Union, over in Europe, doing some things, who knows what, that it will at least keep him a little bit off balance. But let me tell you what, his staff of anti-gun people is still in place. They're still trying to figure out ways to get everything away from us that goes bang. And I tell you what, friends, they're not going to quit. Just because Bill Clinton's in hot water, they're not going to stop. So we have to be ever more vigilant. And let me tell you what, as we've talked to who knows how many people this week, and I would like to say our good friends at Georgia Arms are 100% behind us on this project. We've got to establish another gun owner group who can get people motivated out here all over America, because this fight's going to be won or lost by people at home, by every one of you out there who care, who are concerned enough about our country and about our gun rights to get involved. As I've said before, hey, you want to represent 300 people? If you want to stand for 300 people, if you want to give a voice, all you have to do is write one letter to a congressman, and they immediately assume that is 300 people right there. You write more letters, it's 300 people. Every time a letter hits the mailbox, you have just spoken in the minds of the congressman for 300 people. The NRA is not going to do anything different than what they're doing. They can take all their money, they can have all their parties, they can give all their awards, but they're not winning. The other gun owner groups, certainly we've been friends with Gun Owners of America. Larry Pratt has a great information line, but that's pretty much what they do. They're there in Washington, and they have all kinds of email updates, and their newsletter's real good about that. That's fine. They can continue doing that. The Second Amendment Foundation, they do some other things, but let me tell you what, friends, this battle is going to be staged on television, because television is the single most powerful communication medium that has ever been invented, ever. And this is where we as gun owners literally are crucified every day, is on television. So that's why we're here. And you know what? If we could get 10,000 people in the Gun Owner Rights Association, you know, we could take our shooting show and literally buy more time on the satellite. Hey, you know what we could even have? We could have our own gun-friendly network with 10,000 people. We could probably do it with 5,000, probably do it with less than that. But think of what we could do. We can not only buy more satellite time, we can get on a lot of cable companies around the country. There are things we can do. We can get on public access. We can run a special program. And our members around the country can get our show on public access channels on their local cable companies. Now, friends, this is doable. This is doable. We're not asking a lot of people who watch this show are members of the NRA-C compromisers. They're members of Gun Owners of America. They're members of Second Amendment Foundation, or for the Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms, whatever. Okay, that's fine. If you want to continue with all those other organizations or any one of them, that's fine. A lot of people have sent a lot of money to the NRA, and they get requests for more money. Well, let me tell you what, friends, I don't like asking for money, but you know what? Now let's put together an association where we can get people motivated all over in the rural areas, in the cities of our country. And you know what? We can do it. And here's what we're thinking about. We're thinking about asking for a $50 yearly fee. Now, I'll tell you what that gets. It was $15 of that. Our actual cost on the newsletter, we've been doing it for $10. Our actual cost is around $15. That will automatically sign you up for our Shooting Show newsletter, and it's a great publication. Our good friend Frank Dean and Ron DeLong are helping put that together. It is a tremendous publication that will automatically get you the newsletter. That will leave us $35 for our Gun Owner Rights Association. And if enough of us get involved, some of you out there, let's make up some flyers. You can go to gun shows and you can have pass out our flyers asking people to join. Our good friends at Georgia Arms now are going to do a roundup on their sales. They've been doing it for the NRA. Now they're going to do it for us, the shooting show. On their sales that they make through Georgia Arms, they're going to ask if the purchaser will round up the change to the next dollar, whatever it is, and make a donation to the shooting show, friends. Let me tell you what, it has to be done. It has to be done. There is no way around it. It's if we continue as gun owners, whether it's this single action or this great Kimber or this jungle gun or whatever, it doesn't matter if it's a firearm, we have to stand now. We have to. And friends, we've been in this fight for a long time, and let me tell you what, the gun industry is a very small outfit. They're terrified of their own shadow. Janet Reno right now has had a meeting with the American Bar Association, and she's trying to recruit law students and lawyers to file more suits against gun companies. And they'll probably be filing suits against ammo companies and anything that has to do with shooting. Friends, they're trying to shut us down as shooters. They're trying. We've got to stand now. You know what? If we could have 100,000 members in our Gun Owners Rights Association, if we had 100,000 members, guess what, friends? To the congressman, that equals 300,000. If every one of our members wrote a letter, that's 300,000 people. If we had 1 million members, if we did, I don't know if that's a real figure. I don't know. I know that there are enough gun owners out there. We've got to have 5% of the American population. Everybody doesn't have to be a member. Everybody can watch our program. Everybody doesn't have to be a member. If everyone who watches cares about what we're doing, we got to have 13 million Americans who are sympathetic to gun owners and know what this is about. You know what, friends? We can reach them on television. We can do it. It is a doable figure. We got to have 13 million people. That's 5% of the general population of the United States. We can do it. It is a doable figure, and all we have to do is tell them the truth, friends, right now. And we'll probably have some life memberships. Excuse me. We'll probably have some life memberships, probably $300 for a life membership. An endowment membership is whatever you can stand, friends, because honestly, we've been running on a shoestring for so long, and if we could just reach more people. Our program has proven whatever market it's put into, this shooting show has been proven on local TV stations that we will absolutely beat any other program they put against us. Because for one reason and one reason only, people are curious for the truth about guns. Simple thing, friends, they're curious for the truth about guns. So if you want to help, please, if you'd like to join our Gun Owner Rights Association here through the shooting show, please, friends, it's $50 a year. That's what we're going to start at now. We'll see what happens. And heck, maybe you can't pay it all at one time. Maybe you can pay it by the month or just earmark your check for what it is. And we think this is a great opportunity. We've got some folks who are refugees from some of the large organizations out there that have already promised to help on this project. So that'll be a great thing, an organization and how to go about getting some things done in local areas. It has to be done. If you send in, please, if you send in $50 to join our Gun Owner Rights Association, please put your name and your phone number, your mailing address, and if you have an email address, please put your email address on there. Because, see, that's a news service we can zap out, doesn't cost anything, could immediately go out. Please list those things, if you will. I think it's an opportunity, friends. I think it has to be done because, you know what? There's not another organization out there who is on television who is making this difference. Nobody else is. The NRA, they got enough money, they could fund 10 networks, but they're going to spend their money. I don't know. They're going to do what they're going to do. We can't count on them. If we lobby and legislate and try and go for changing the NRA, hey, maybe in 30, 40, 50 years, maybe we can change them. But let me tell you what, at the way it's going, in 5 years, maybe not even that long, it would be, if we abandon our TV efforts, It may be the No Rifle Association, No Handgun Association, No Shotgun Association, because we don't have the time. Now, let me give you a scenario here. Right now, a lot of the, even the liberal Democrats are trying to get Slick to resign. All right, we don't really know what he's going to do. I think he's going to fight it as hard as he can. But here's what we have to look forward to. If he resigns, think about it. Al Gore becomes president. We understand that Al Gore's leading contender for vice president will be none other than Dianne Feinstein, Miss Anti-Semi-Automatic herself. If Al Gore goes down, you know, he may be put in jail over the fundraising scandal. There's a fair possibility that Al Gore is going to be at least put out of office due to his fundraising scandal, taking illegal money. Then you have President Feinstein. Now, friends, you think we got problems now? You wait till we get a President, Ms. Feinstein, because she hates anything at all to do with guns and gun ownership. She is probably the most anti-gun person in the Senate. This is not a joke. So who knows what we have to contend with. We've got to be on guard against this happening, and we've got to quit playing a defensive ball game. The best defensive football team in the world cannot win unless they can score some points. We can score points simply by telling the truth, friends. We've got to buy more time, not only to ensure the future of our 1-hour program here, but we've got to buy more time on the satellite. We've got to buy some time on the little dish if we're going to make a difference. And nobody else out there, and I'm sorry about this, but no other television presentation out there will stand up and tell you the truth about guns and tell you the truth about gun legislation and how we're losing this battle. Nobody else will. But that's our job. That's why we're here today. That's why we've been on the air these 8 years, and that's why we're fighting to continue. We really want to thank certainly our good friends at Kimber. We really appreciate, because their efforts are helping to keep us on the air. We really do appreciate that. And we appreciate so much our friends at Georgia Arms doing the roundup, because that will help. I don't know how huge an amount it will be, but it'll be something extra. The change that their buyers get will go to our project. So every little bit is a huge help to us. Friends, if you can, whatever you can send, if you want to join our organization, if you want to, you can by writing to the Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Dubberly, Louisiana. That zip code is 71024. If you want to call us, you know our phone number, area 318-377-5189. We welcome the viewers on the internet. Of course, you can find our programs on the internet at http://s-show.home.ml.org, and we welcome our internet viewers from everywhere. Let me tell you what, friends, if we lose this battle, and I keep saying this because we've got to make an impression. We have to. Those of you who are watching, we get a lot of people that tape our programs and pass it around the neighborhood, pass it around to their gun owner friends, because let me tell you what, friends, we are in danger. I've been saying this over and over and over. We're in danger of losing everything that we have to defend our homes, to not only defend our homes against crime, but against a police state. Let me tell you what. We read on last week's program, last week's radio show, and on our gospel show, the Muslim fundamentalists, the terrorists over there in the Middle East, have announced, they said, the headline said this: America, we are coming. Now, they're not kidding. You can believe them when they say, hey, we're on our way. Bill Clinton sent those missiles over there and bombed, I think he bombed a laxative factory, and he bombed a deserted camp. And their policy is a shambles, friends. It's an absolute shambles, the State Department policy. Even Scott Ritter, who was a chief UNSCOM, or which the worthless United Nations organization, but he was an inspector going into Iraq. And he resigned because he said, look, you won't let me do your job, talking about the United Nations, talking about Madeleine Albright, our own State Department. Said, you won't let us do our job. We're supposed to be finding these chemicals, supposed to be finding, and you won't let us do it. That is so typical, friends. It is just a game being played by the United Nations, the New World Order, and this worthless, the scum is in Washington, D.C. and in the United Nations. And they've got to be stopped. They have to be stopped. If these Arabs come over here, if these Muslim fundamentalists, and there are a lot of good Arab folks out in our country, some are wonderful citizens, I'm not against the Arabs, but some of the Muslim fundamentalists who are at war with America, if they come over here and they launch an attack on a city through a biological or a chemical means or a nuclear means, which would be very simple, very easy for them to do, guess what happens, friends? You have a breakdown. All those people out there, you're going to have a disaster like we have never seen here in the United States. We just saw this plane crashed this morning. We're taping this as of Friday. We saw a plane crash. It may be another terrorist bombing. Who knows? But let me tell you what, friends, when they say they're coming, they're not kidding. And we, at some point, may be called upon to defend our homes and our families, maybe even our country, very possibly even our country, because these folks don't think, I'm talking about the Muslim terrorists, they don't think like the rest of us. They think it's a great honor and privilege, some of them do, to be killed while killing the infidel. You know who the infidel is to them? It's us. Friends, we cannot give up our means of self-defense. We cannot allow it to happen. Our founding fathers understood it. They knew what would happen. They knew about the despots in government. They knew about the dictators that were out there who would come in the future. They knew this. That's why they put the Second Amendment in the Constitution and said, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What part of shall not be infringed is unclear. There's a reason they put it there, friends, because they understood human nature and they understood history. Will you help us? Will you please help us? If you'll volunteer to pass out flyers at gun shows, if you will volunteer to call the businesses that are concerned with gun sales and gun ownership and try and get them involved, try and get them to join our efforts. Friends, we can do it. We can do it. I believe that. I know that to be true. We can do it. Will you help us? The Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowlands Road in Dubberly, Louisiana. The zip code is 71024. Again, our phone number, 318-377-5189. Please, friends, we have to. There is no alternative. We've got to stand and fight now to keep our rights, because if we don't, we're going to lose them. Look what's happened just in the last few years. Of course, it doesn't help having an organization like the National Rifle Association, compromisers, who helped write the Brady Bill. They helped write the Brady Bill, and they're asking money from all of us out here, but they helped write the Brady Bill. Why didn't they fight? We only had Bob Dole and two other senators on the Senate floor when they passed the Brady Bill. They could have stopped it if they had stood up like they're supposed to, like what they're supposed to be doing. If they had stood there, yet, thanks to the NRA's efforts, today we have this Brady Bill. We're going to have a NICS check this fall where for the first time in American history, you and I are going to ask the federal government for permission to buy a gun. Now, if you don't think that's outrageous, you better check your pulse, friends. I think it's outrageous, and I know most of you do too. We can do something about it. We can, we have to. We have to. Well, friends, we have a great show for you today. We're going over to Clark Custom Guns and see portions of their three-gun match. It was a great match, and I think a lot of you certainly enjoy seeing match-type shooting. We're going to do that. And let's start off today's program with our new cartridge in the 45 double-action Colt. With our cartridge here, we have a factory Georgia Arms load, and then we have a hand load that I took right out of the Hodgdon loading manual for the 45 Colt using our new 45 double action cartridge case. And let's get another shooting show underway. Friends, we have our cowboy load. We're going to have some bottles lined up here. And this is a very medium power load, although it would be pretty good for defense. But let's just take a look here starting the program off today. Let's do that right now. Well, friends, as we said, that's a great shooting fun load for cowboy action shooting, great for practice. But let's say that we wanted to make a somewhat different impression with this hand load with a 260 grain bullet running about 1,400 feet per second. Let's see the other string of bottles. I'd say it's a little different, wouldn't you? And yes, friends, since we have the jungle gun here, let's just have a little fun with it.
Stay tuned for more of The Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, here it is. This is the great Georgia Arms 45 DA Colt or double action Colt cartridge. This is the first major improvement on the Colt 45 since 1873. They have this in loaded cowboy ammunition. They're also selling brass, so you can load your own combinations. This cartridge case is absolutely a joy to work with. We're even seeing improved accuracy, we think due to the slightly larger rim on our 45 DA Colt case. You can get a free catalog, or you can order these from Georgia Arms, 1-800-624-6861 for their entire lineup, and please tell them you saw it here on our show. Now, friends, of course, the cowboy load is mild but super accurate. And of course, you can take your hand loads up to the limit of what the loading manuals will allow. The great 45 double action Colt cartridge from Georgia Arms. Give them a call today, friends. A free phone call with a free catalog. Friends, here we are at Clark Custom Guns for the 3-gun match held this weekend. I think it's gonna be great. I think you're gonna see some tremendous competition. And friends, we have the concession area here set up for some of the competitors. We've got a huge number of people in place here competing in this match. We have handgun stage here. Let's watch this shooter go through. Catching that right in the middle.
Well, I shot it. Yeah, I was trying to. Just as soon as it appeared, by the time I pulled it.
There's a number of targets that have to be shot.
He's almost facing down.
Let's watch him in action.
He's almost had to pick out a spot like he. Are you ready?
Sounds like something a doctor would say.
Got a real nice display of race guns here. This is the Sprayer Void.
Stability.
Infinity firearms.
The key to bullseye is accuracy. Ours is a combination of speed, power, and accuracy. The power is the weight of the fast velocity.
Check out some of these.
So what we do,
All light rifles on display here at their table. STI. As here we're at a rifle stage. Let's see what our shooter's
Muzzle
going
in
to
the
do.
safe direction. Safety on, finger out of the trigger guards. All you got to do.
Okay, I'm ready.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Okay, a definitely fast moving stage here. Of course, the shooter has to start from this box here.
Clear. 27.
The shooter on the rifle stage. Of course, what we're going to see is AR-15 type guns. Semi-automatic, of course, because some of these shooters shoot so fast it sounds like full. We're going to watch this shooter.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Have a swinging target back here. You can see it. Shooting targets in the corner. So we're pretty quick. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll recognize this fine young man here. This is Curtis Shipley from none other than Georgia Arms. I'm trying to get around so we can see him due to the backlight there. Curtis, how you doing?
Doing just fine. Enjoying this 100-degree weather out here, Johnny.
Well, now, wait a minute, Curtis. Now, you're from Georgia. It gets hot down there, too, doesn't
Oh,
it?
it does. We like it about 95 or so, but 100 to 102 is a little over my limit.
It's a little much for us, too. You having a good match?
Yeah, so far we having a lot of fun.
Well, I know that you're enjoying being down there with your friends, the Clarks, and it's really a great gathering, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is. Nice folks all around and good weather. We're just having a great time.
Well, hey, I hope you win.
Appreciate it.
Good. My friends, here we have Mike Pipes.
Hey, Johnny Rowlands.
Mike, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
It's real good. Having a good match?
Yeah, I had a fine match. Working on this stage here, having a good time.
Let's watch Curtis shoot. He's got 4 pepper poppers down there and then some targets that are going to pop up behind them. So let's see how he does. Curtis is a fierce competitor. Besides building the best ammunition money can buy with Georgia Arms. Taking a look right range. See he's down, take a look. Got to knock these pepper poppers down, then some other targets going to pop up behind it.
Who's ready? Stand by.
See. Friends, just looking at some of the variations in some of the different guns on sale. This is from Campier Custom here in Louisiana. And really some exotic patterns.
I have yet to have anything that looks like
Stage 3, Disconnected, sponsored by Smith & Alexander. My name is Greg Stutz, RO, Russ Little, CRO. Disconnected is a 12-round, 60-point Comstock speed shoot. There are 6 IPSC targets. Best 2 hits per paper will score. Start signal audible, stop signal is your last shot. Start position, standing in box. standing within the box behind the barricade, facing downrange. Strong hand holding the phone to your ear or hearing protection. Weak hand in front, pants, pocket, knuckles, and thumb not visible. Stand by! Give it a finished, unload, show clear, count down, holster, line's clear.
Very rapid. Here we see Bruce Pyatt again from New Jersey. Bruce is one of the best all-round shooters in the country. He's here for this meet. We have another fine shooter, Michael Voigt, who is preparing for the meet.
Come on.
Series stage. Running.
Michael Voigt.
Here we have Joe Bobeth, range officer in here. As we're seeing, he's actually going to cool down. The gun's been in the case, and it's so hot out here today, he's actually pouring water on it to cool it down.
Stand by!
Got a malfunction. It goes with it. Can't see what the problem was.
You gotta shut the door. Lock
I promise you this is going to be fast, friends.
Shooter ready! Stand by!
Drop the phone, pick up the gun. Change.
Well, we got a new time record.
Are we surprised? Friends, recognize our friend Jerry Mitchell as one of the great shooters in the country. Jerry, how's the match going for you? You look real good on that stage.
This one was pretty good. I had one previous, a little bit rough, dropped a shot, so it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out. It's going to be close.
And here we have Jim Clark Jr. up next in this particular stage. And getting film out now.
Sean, you're in the hold. Jake, you're bringing up the rear.
You have to change magazines when you move from one side of the barricade to the other. Tenths of a second can mean the difference in winning and losing this match, even hundredths of a second. Because a lot of these shooters are so close in capabilities. Of course, Clark Custom looks like an Armalite.
I'm surprised nobody tries to turn the way around and grab it.
Let's watch Jim Jr. in action here.
This to my ear.
Either ear, either in.
Alright?
Offhand in your pocket.
All pay in my pocket. Oh, play pocket fool. Playing that's for all it's worth, isn't it?
Shooter ready! Stand by!
I can't hear you.
Change magazines.
All right, got a clear bolt now.
Clear bolt now. Hammer down.
Station. Case. 11.29.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kay Clark Mitchell, where she's assisting in the match here and competing. Kay, what's this match about?
This is the USPSA 3-Gun Nationals. We've held it at our range for the last 2 years. This is our 3rd year. The best 3-gun shooters in the world really show up for this one. The 3 guns being handgun, rifle, and shotgun. Our match sponsor is Armalite again for the 3rd year in a row. JP Enterprises, our rifle category sponsor. SVI, our handgun category sponsor, and Clark Custom Guns is the shotgun category sponsor. Got lots of other good sponsors. Got well over $30,000 on the prize table for these people to shoot for, plus cash incentives. It's been a real good match. I think it's getting down to a pretty heated battle between Jerry Mitchellek and Bruce Pyatt and maybe Tony Holmes up there. I hadn't looked at the scoreboard lately, so I'm probably leaving somebody out, but it's looking like a good match, and we should have a winner here in another hour or two.
Okay, how have you done in the match?
I did all right. I shot a pretty decent shotgun. Did all right on the rifle. Kind of fell down on my specialty in the handgun there. I had a little problem with, but I think I'll hopefully end up high lady still.
Well, great. Thanks, Kate.
Okay.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Tell you what, friends, when you can take one of these great Kimber 45 semi-automatic pistols and you can make hits without too much difficulty on steel targets out at 100 yards, with one of these great Kimber, this is our shooting show model, full size, the Johnny Rowlands signature model. When you can make those hits out there with a mirror at 100 yards, and when you can make consistent hits on targets out at 200 yards, well, just imagine how easy it would be at 25 yards. Or at defense range. If you'd like to have one of our shooting show Kimbers, be it compact or the full-size model, or if you just want the best 1911 that money can buy at a very good price, the best factory production 1911 semi-automatic pistol ever built by any factory, give us a call here at the program, 318-377-5189, or you can write to us, send an FFL, we can wholesale these guns. Send an FFL to the Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Doverly, Louisiana. The zip code is 71024. Shotgun shooter. Great. Good time. That's where these long magazine tubes come into play. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11. Friends, this is Renee from Clark Custom Guns. She's going to be shooting. Of course, Renee is one of the best women shooters in the state here, and she's making ready now. Let's see her in action.
Are you ready?
Change magazines.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Reloading. This competitor is fully prepared for a quick reload. What kind of gun are you shooting, sir?
Benelli?
A Benelli? You had good luck with it?
Yes, love it.
Ready. Stand by.
That's the one I left up.
Yeah, that one right there. Are you loading? As these folks are from New Zealand all the way up for this match, and this lady here has just shot a all A's on this particular stage with was that a DPMS rifle? Was that correct?
Yep. One of Jerry's rifles.
One of Jerry's. And how did you folks get all the way here from New Zealand? What, just for this match?
Mainly for this match here. We shot it here 2 years ago and we had such a ball we decided to come back and shoot it again. And yeah, we've had fun.
Yeah.
Well, tell us who you are.
Errol Sharp and Jeanette Sharp from Invercargill, New Zealand.
Well, certainly, we hope you have a great time here at the match. And I remember you folks from a couple of years ago and certainly glad you could come back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Friends, I'm standing here with a couple of folks that have come down for the shoot. This is Carla Gordon. She's an RO from Quincy, Illinois.
Hello.
And certainly glad you could make it, Carla. And this young man is Todd Salmon. And Todd is in the shoot-off this morning. Todd, you've had a pretty good run. Tell us where you're from, sir.
I'm from Cape Coral, Florida.
Well, great. You had a good time up at this match?
This match is a blast. It's one of the finer matches in the country.
Well, they certainly have a great facility here, and we wish you a lot of good luck. What's your strong suit as far as the guns you're shooting?
Well, that'll be the one I mess up on more than likely, but probably rifle.
Well, we certainly wish you luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And Carla, you're fairly new to action shooting, right?
I'm very new. This is my first match.
However, you've been a veteran of the Masters there, because Quincy is right next to Barry, Illinois. You worked the Masters, right?
I've worked the Masters. I've also worked in Fredericksburg, and now I'm down here helping out again this year.
Well, great. Well, certainly nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, Todd.
Thank you.
Friends, looking this morning, we've got a crowd out for the shoot-off, and got some tremendous participation here. This is, of course, Jim Clark Sr. with Bill Laird, president of the Cattle Rifle and Pistol Club, talking things over this morning. Now here's the layout for the shoot-off this morning. Shotgun and pistol targets, and of course the more distant rifle targets. Clark's done a lot of work to the range here since last year. In fact, they've done it the last couple of months.
Top 8 open competitors and the top 4 limited competitors. This is the walkthrough for the shoot-off. The shooter will start with his 3 loaded guns, pistol, rifle, and shotgun on the table. Safety on, muzzle down range. If you're shooting an open gun, the bipod must be folded. Same rules as for all the courses of fire. On the audible start signal, the 5 U.S. poppers must be engaged with your pistol. The clay pigeon is a 2-second bonus. You break the pigeon, 2 seconds off your total time. The 3 standard poppers at about 15 yards and the 2 clay pigeons are shotgun targets. Those must be engaged with your shotgun only. The the right-hand popper will activate a thrown bird. The thrown bird is a 3-second bonus. At 100 yards, there are 5 rifle poppers. Those must be engaged with your rifle only. The center rifle popper will activate a bear trap, which raises a can of Pepsi. We figured that was appropriate. The bursting the Pepsi can with your rifle is a 5-second bonus. 10-second total bonus for breaking the 3 bonus points.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Gun malfunction.
I don't know.
At Remington.
Yes.
Doing exactly right.
Oh, no, it's blue out there.
See, that's how I
Yeah.
Take one then.
Great. All right. Here's 5. Sometimes even the champions sometimes have malfunctions with guns. They're just machines. Okay, let's watch Tony in action here.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Good, good. Here's using one of the Bushnell hollow sights. They've really made some advances into the sport.
Are you ready? Stand by.
It's phenomenal. A fierce competitor.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Michael has won this event in past years and is, again, a fierce competitor, but one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet and talk with. I imagine we're going to have a good time here in the shoot-off for Michael Voigt. Looks like he's going to use
Are you ready?
First.
Stand by!
Got it.
He tried to hold it.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Now, friends, here it is. This is the great 1919 Browning converted to semi-automatic from the good people at NWI. This is your chance to own a real piece of history. They're very collectible. They're also a lot of fun to own and shoot, and very reasonably priced, certainly for what you get. The 1919 Browning is from NWI. That phone number, area 503-429-5001. They also have the ammunition special still going on. 30-06 ammunition, only 18 cents a round, surplus in the belt. So give them a call today, NWI, for the great 1919 Browning conversion. Also remember, they have the A6 conversion with the shoulder stock and the bipod. But these are tremendous pieces of history, also great shooters. So give them a call today, the 1919 Browning from NWI, area 503-429-5001.
Now remember, friends, Tim also has a few of the 50 Browning versions of these great guns, machine guns converted to semi-automatic. If you can own a semi-automatic anywhere in the U.S., you can own one of these great NWI guns. Give them a call today, area 503-429-5001. We don't know how long they're going to last, don't know how long availability is going to last. So give them a call today, and please tell them you saw it on our show.
Friends, we hope you're enjoying our program today. We have a new member in our support group. We have Steadcraft Incorporated. They are a custom machine shop in Torrington, Connecticut. They do all kinds of custom metal machining, such as the larger diameter turning. They do all kinds of metal parts and things there. They have CNC milling, so some of you out there might need that service done. We really appreciate their participation in our support group. They're at 89 Commercial Boulevard in Torrington, Connecticut. Their phone number is area 860-496-7001. Again, Steadcraft Incorporated at area 860-496-7001. And we, again, extend our thanks to them, certainly, because it helps us stay on the air. Okay, we have from the three-gun match at Clark Custom Guns, we have the overall winner is Jerry Michelik. Bruce Pyatt was second. Tony Holmes was third. Michael Voigt fourth. Joe Kessler was fifth. Jim Clark Jr. was sixth. Jake Kempton was seventh. Danny Horschler was eighth. Benny Cooley Jr. was number 9, and James Darst was number 10. On the limited class, we have the winner as Todd Salmon. Second place was Eddie Rhodes. Third was Tom Carpenter. Fourth was Mike Harris. Fifth was Mark Hanish. Sixth was Ross Carter. 7 was Jeff Southland. 8 was Joe Wong. 9 was John Shudell. And 10th was Mike Johnson. And of course, these were all extremely talented shooters. All of these great competitors were. And I will mention that our good friend Curtis Shipley in the open class, Curtis came in number 30, which is, I think, outstanding, because the level of competition was just tremendous. And Curtis Shipley, in fact, Kay Clark Michelik in the open class, Kay came in 33rd. So let me tell you what, if Curtis Shipley outshot Kay, I'd say that is a great performance, and our congratulations again. Jerry Michelik was the overall winner in the open class, and Todd Salmon in the limited class there. In the shoot-off on Sunday, Tony Holmes won in the open class. Tony Holmes was the winner of the shoot-off, and Todd Salmon won the shoot-off among the limited class competitors there. So we really had a great time out there. We thank everyone who participated. Friends, if you would like to join our Gun Owner Rights Association through the shooting show here, if you'd like to, please send us $50. Your first 15 of that goes toward getting you a subscription to our newsletter. Please include your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address if at all possible, if you have one. Please, friends, it's got to be done. This is going to be the most important organization formed this year, maybe for the next several years. It's got to be done. We have to reach more people on television. We need to stay on the air. We need to buy more TV time. We've got to reach more people. It can be done, but it's going to take all of you helping. Please, friends, if you can help us, the Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Dublin, Louisiana. That zip code is 71024. Our phone number, 318-377-5189. Please, friends, or if you can just donate money, whatever you can do, please do it to help us stay on and help us reach more people.
Friends, I want to mention our support group. If you live within 100 miles of Atlanta, Georgia, well, our friend Bill Lewis at Vinyl Tech, he can put vinyl siding on your home or vinyl windows for literally thousands of dollars less than you would expect to pay. Give Bill a call down there at area 770-529-2829. Again, 770-529-2829. We also want to mention our good friend Dennis Crocker, who is a firearms trainer there in South Carolina, authorized to go throughout the state. Dennis's number is area 864-587-8722. And for all kinds of leather work, call Custom Leather Work and Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. That number is area 504-667-9225. And if you need your gun stock painted, these folks do a superior job. Camouflage Technology, area 909-674-6488. And of course, Flying Horse Galleries on the web. They have the great artwork there on the internet. You can find them at www.flyinghorse.net. And of course, our friend Bruce Warren with BC Armory in East Leroy, Michigan. Bruce's number is area 616-729-5508 for all kinds of work on your semi-automatic or revolver handgun. And we certainly appreciate Steadcraft coming with us this week. Custom machine work there, area 860-496-7001. And friends, I want to remind you, our gospel show comes on Sunday morning from 10 to 10:30 Eastern Time on Telstar 4, now Channel 20. And certainly we invite you to watch that with us. And also our program on the American Freedom Network from noon until 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday on SpaceNet 4, Channel 19, 5.82 audio. Friends, thank you so much for being with us today. We hope we see you on the next